right. So, do you want to hear you want to hear a story? Too bad. All right. So there is this rabbit, or a rabbi.
Oh,
Um,
Rabbit? Bro, Angel's in that new Mario game,
no,
bro.
no.
It was
All
in there
right.
like,
So there's a rabbi, and he's like, "Oh man, dude, I got the best religion. I'm a rabbi. This is awesome. This is great." And he goes on a plane trip to go on a vacation
Rabbi, ain't
somewhere.
that like a kind of steak or something?
No,
Oh,
no,
I'm
you
thinking
think?
of a ribeye.
Yeah. Anyway, rabbi, he's like, "Oh man, my religion is great. I love being a rabbi." And he goes on a vacation. He goes on a plane ride. The
Wait,
plane ride.
ain't a
All right.
rabbi with the dude who take the tricks from the kids? Ain't that who
No.
that is? Damn. Alright.
Uh. So he goes on the plane ride. Goes on a vacation, and the plane crashes. And he ends up being the only known survivor, to his knowledge. He doesn't say any other survivors. So he ends up getting washed up ashore onto this random remote island, and he doesn't see all that many people, or he doesn't see like anyone until he like goes farther into the jungle in the mountain or in the island, and uh he encounters this tribe called the Ids, and the Ids
Fucking Dr. Seuss moment.
the Ids are like, oh, this is our island. We're the only people on this island. Welcome to the tribe. Whatever. And he's like, we could offer you help to make a raft, but the waters are too. But we doubt that it will work because the water's too rough. And he's like, oh, I don't need your help. So he goes, builds his own raft. He survives on his own, builds his own raft, tries to go, but the water's too rough. He gets washed up ashore again. He tries like three more times, and it's just the water's too rough. So he finally goes to so he goes to sleep one night, and he's just trying to figure out ways to get off this island. And he sees one day in the middle of the night all the ids gathered around the other side of the beach, and he's like, what are they doing? So this huge like giant comes out of the water. This like mythical beast comes out of the water, and all the ids just go into a line, and then one by one, the giant picks up an id, looks at him, and then kicks him like far away off the island, like away from the island, just gone. And the rabbi is just desperate. He's like, oh well, I guess that's just my own. I guess that's my.
Rabbi, ain't that what
I guess
raccoons
that's.
have? And bite
No.
you?
All right. So anyway, he's like, oh man, that's just. I guess that's just like my only way off this island. So he goes to the ids and he's like, oh, what can I. I saw what you guys were getting kicked by last night, and I want I want to get I want that so I could get off this island. And he's like, oh well, I don't know. You got to be kind of part of the Yids in order to do that. He's like, oh whatever, I'll do anything. So it takes him a few months in order for the Ids to finally accept him as his own, of helping out. And then one day the Ids are finally like, okay, well I guess you might be able to go. Just get in line, and then surely later that day the giant monster just comes out of the water, and he's in line with all the other ids. And the giant monster looks at each id and kicks him out. And then it's eventually his turn. And he's like, oh, this is my chance. I'm finally able to go away. And the monster picks him up and takes a good look at him, and then sits him back down on the shore. And he's like, oh, why didn't you kick me? And the monster starts to chuckle to himself. Oh, what are you laughing about? And he says, silly rabbi, kicks her for ids.
Baby, I'm about to get off. Do you like me? You like a 7-minute delay for the shittiest joke I have ever heard. One that barely makes sense. It would barely. One that would, if it did make sense, would be barely funny, but also just doesn't make sense. Made no sense, wasn't funny, took 7 minutes. Then you basically, you could have just gone, bruh, 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 for 7 minutes, and I probably would have had a better laugh at that fucking joke. Are you serious? I'm
Why is
so
Caden laughing
fucking
so hard?
that is so fucking retarded, Caden.
Why
I
is
swear
Caden
to
laughing?
God. I am dead after I commit suicide. That is the dumbest joke I have ever heard on the face of the planet. Fuck Connor. Connor can crack a witty one-liner. That would
Oh,
be
Connor will
funny as
discover for himself. Don't worry.
Caden, I will never forgive you for what you did to me tonight. Connor, do you know what joke he's fucking talking about?
No,
No, no,
no.
he doesn't. I never said it
I'll
to
just
him.
explain it.
I've never
I'm
said
just
it
gonna
to
explain it to
anyone.
you. I'm gonna just explain to you,
No,
Connor,
no, no, no,
very.
no, don't,
No,
don't.
Caden, fuck you. You are
Don't
not
spoil it.
leading some. You're not leading another person on a 7-minute fucking journey for the lamest payoff ever. Basically, what the fucking story was he was like, there's this rabbi who fucking got in a plane crash and no one survived, and then he found the Ids, which was a tribe, and they're like, sup, bitch, and then he was like, oh, sup, I want to leave the island, and then they watched one of the freaking Ids gods kick someone off the island. And then he was like, how do I do that? And they're like, by doing this. And then he did that. And then when he went to go for his turn to get kicked, the freaking monster was like, silly rabbi, kicks her for ids. Alright. So that's the punchline. Now imagine everything I just said takes 7 minutes. Imagine sitting for 7 minutes in silence while someone explains that story for that punchline.
That is. Oh,
That is fucking awful. I got fucking hate crime tonight.
that is AIDS.
That is fucking awful. I'm literally gonna tell Sky Jackson, and she's gonna have your ass canceled and decapitated, bro. Nah, that is easily the fucking worst experience of my life.
Oh my god. Oh, that is so funny.
That is not funny. That's fucking
It's so.
retarded. That is so dumb.
It's not a joke meant to humor you. It's a joke meant to humor me because he just
Yeah, I
sat
fucking
through
got
all
that.
of that.
I fucking put two and two together. Doesn't make I wouldn't even find that funny if I did that to someone. I'd feel bad. Fuck.
Oh.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that to fucking Reagan and shit all over her parade. That's a good idea.
Okay,
Fuck.
so one day there's 3 hunters that went up onto
Shut the fuck up. I do not want to hear it. I want 0 things to do with whatever the fuck is about to come out of your mouth. I do not give a rat's fucking ass what you have to say. Well, you're gonna tell any story. You could tell the awesomest, most fucking cool story, and I'm gonna tell you to shut the fuck up on the spot. Because I don't want to hear you spend 7 minutes and be like, oh, 3 lucky charms, and then have the story be over. I refuse to go through the mental fucking battle of that bullshit again. That is fucking horse talk. God damn.
Oh,
I
my stomach
am
hurts.
fucking livid.
Okay, so one of the hunters is really
I'm
experienced.
gonna fucking get off right fucking now. I'm not doing this again.
The second hunter is kind of good at hunting.
Fuck you.
No, Ken. Alright,
Fuck
let's just wait until
you.
Camden gets off and stuff.
Oh my god.
You're,
And then the
I
third
know
hunter
that
has
right now.
no experience whatsoever. So, the 3 hunters, best of homies, all go up onto this winter cabin. Oh my god! Oh, my
His,
stomach hurts. I'm
his
laughing
tummy's
so
gonna
much.
join